Hi guys, I'm joined here with Ray, otherwise you might know him on Instagram as Lion Mood Coaching.
That's the one.
Very big following. I met Ray quite a few years ago now through Pure Gyms, where we used to kind of train, and then you kind of went into PTing, didn't you?
Yeah, so just prior to that, I started at Pure Gym in Briz, and I was working in finance as a qualified social worker before that, but it just wasn't working for me. So I thought, right, I wanted to give more. You know, it was all about my mindset, and it was all about how I can not just only help transform my life, coming from 19 stone in my 20s, but to help transform the life of others. So that's where we went. So Pure Gym is where I met you, my man.
Yeah. I didn't even want to work out how many years ago that was. It upset me.
I think we're going on 8 years now.
It must be a while. Yeah, so when I first met you, you didn't look like you do now.
Hey, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
A little bit more overweight.
Yeah.
And I don't think you were new to the gym, but you had a lot to kind of learn, I suppose, about yourself and the gym.
Definitely.
And to see where you are now through hard work, dedication, and just that self-motivation, you're now PTing, you're helping others.
I am.
Getting their body, their mindset that they want themselves.
That's right. Yep.
What is it that brought you to wanting to be a PT then?
For me, training's always been a big part of my life. I was forced to go into, I say forced, my mum, when I was younger, said, right, you got to go and look after yourself. So she had me doing karate from 7, 8.
Yeah.
So I was building foundations of exercise interest, knowing what it's like to do a circuit, feel the body working, and then it was something I always remembered from my childhood.
Yeah.
So when the finance route didn't work, I thought, where's my passion? What do I want to do? And there you go. I did my level 3 in PT, personal training, did an exercise referral course. My initial thought about getting into PT was to work with people who had disabilities.
Right.
So that would be mental health, learning disabilities, those who were kind of left out. And I wanted to work with them to help get them into training and exercise. So that's how it took off.
Yeah. Oh, good stuff. So with your, I've met a load of PTs and they have different kind of clientele. Are you solely a male PT, or do you take female clients as well?
So I take male, female clients. Man, I'll take anyone on. I'll take your grandma on.
Yeah.
No, my eldest client goes up to 80. My youngest is early 20s.
Oh, wow.
Primarily, I like to work with people like myself.
Yeah.
And how I was when I became a dad.
Yes.
So those who feel a little bit like they got a bit of a dad bod, they don't feel fit, they don't feel like they can go and take their kids out to the park.
Yeah.
They feel a little bit low on energy. And maybe on line with that, they feel a little bit low in themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. There's definitely that link in kind of how you look at yourself physically to that mental state as well. If you feel that you're overweight or you feel sluggish, it does affect your mental health through kind of just how you feel, I suppose, doesn't it?
100%. And the thing is, I feel like myself, as you know, having little ones to follow, to look up to me, I had to almost create a positive role model.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to, that's the line of work that I'm in the sense of PT and helping a lot of other dads like myself. I mean, I'm probably coaching around 45 to 50 people at the moment.
Wow.
Online, one-to-ones, group sessions, so yeah.
So yeah, I was with 50 clients, I was going to say some of them must be online, because that's a lot of hours.
Well, I operate Monday to Sunday.
Right.
They call me the Duracell Bunny, literally.
Oh God.
From Monday, 7 AM, and then I've got a few hours for myself during the day.
Yeah.
And then I kind of shut off around 8 PM at night.
Yeah. So, I mean, a lot of people think that's a lot of time, 7 days, 50, 60 hours. Do you find that a struggle, or?
You know what, I feel, and this is where it goes back to working in finance. I didn't have a passion for finance. I was doing it just to get a salary.
Yeah.
Whereas this is a lifestyle.
Oh, yes.
And when you say, oh, do I find it tiring? Yeah, of course. You know, we're not robots. Of course we get tired. but the passion overrides that.
Yeah.
You know, the passion of wanting to work on one-to-one with a dad who's got a bit of a dad bod, feels a bit low in himself.
Yeah.
That alone, and seeing that transformation, you know, I've got clients who I've been training for the last 3.5 years consistently, to see their change.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's worth everything.
Oh, definitely, yeah. I feel that, and I love that. I love seeing people have a passion for something. It doesn't necessarily have to be work. If it's our kids, if it's work, if it's just a hobby outside, it's when somebody talks with so much passion like you just have. Yeah. I don't think you can fake that.
No.
You can feel it in the voice, and hopefully these guys watching this will feel it through the camera. That got me that, because it was genuine. It was nice.
The thing is, I'm not trying to compete with any other PT.
No.
Okay? We already know how to build a gym program. We already know how to, if you eat right and train right, you're going to get the results.
Yeah.
But there's more to that. It's the behind the scenes stuff. When you're feeling low, when you're sat on the sofa and you don't have the energy. You don't have the energy to go and take the kids out to the park. You don't have the energy to look after yourself. Maybe your hair's a little bit messy. Maybe your beard's a little bit messy. Maybe your wife's nagging at you. Maybe the kids are constantly saying, Dad, I want to go out for a bike ride. It's a lifestyle. You know, it's not just, you know, that whole kind of routine that, yeah, you go to the gym, you do a couple of weight sessions, a little bit of cardio, and that's it. No, it's a lifestyle, and I help others, and I'm passionate about helping others build that lifestyle for them.
Yeah, love it. So, Ray, you mentioned you've got kids.
I do.
How many have you got?
So I've got 3 kids.
Yeah.
Yep. I've got an 18-year-old, he's the eldest.
Yeah.
And my youngest is 13.
Lovely.
Hey.
How do you find that parenthood?
Trial and error.
Yeah.
You don't always get it right, but
no.
You know, you always improve. And it's a learning. No one's the perfect father.
No.
Oh, you know, when it comes to kids, but it's about progressively trying to do better each day.
Yeah. Yeah. So do you feel that having 3, you've got better, or you've learned more?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I only had 1. I stopped at 1. I was like, I can't do this again.
I was a lazy dad when I had my first.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought running once a week, that was it. You know, trying to get a little bit of training in, not eating the right foods, not being educated on nutritional fitness.
Yeah.
Felt low in myself. Yeah, I feel now, and my eldest can tell you, you know, you can have a conversation with her and no doubt she'll say, Dad's changed over the years.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what makes you a better dad.
Yeah. Because
you learn from where, you know, you were before. My eldest is 18.
Yeah.
My youngest is 13.
Yeah.
I'm still not a perfect dad today.
No.
You know, but I'm better now than what I was when my eldest was born.
Absolutely. Experience of DJ you passed.
Big up the tune, man.
There we go.
Yeah, man.
Loving that. Nice bit of that echoed all the way through there. Yeah, it's fatherhood or parenthood. It's not just put it down to one gender.
It's not an easy ride, man. It's not an easy ride.
Not at all. So, do you live with your kids, or have any of them moved out yet? I know 18 is a bit young yet. But.
So, my eldest, she's with her mum.
Yep.
My youngest, he lives in Egypt with his mum.
Okay.
Great relationships with them.
Yeah.
I have my son, well, I've got him now actually. He's just come over from Egypt 2 weeks ago, so he's here until September.
Oh, lush.
And then I'll take him back in September, and then I'll have him again for Christmas.
Yeah.
And then I go over for his birthday in February.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I try and do as much as I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you still have a good relationship with the mums?
As the thing is, it's one of those, like, I'm a law of attraction type guy. What you put out is what you get back.
Yeah.
So if you handle the situation, like, you know, communication, work together, it pays off.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, the interest is in the children are the focus point.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you obviously try and make that work.
Yeah. Yeah, it must be tough having your your child all the way over in Egypt. I mean, what's that, like a 6-hour flight to Egypt?
6-hour flight on an EasyJet plane.
Oh,
not the one, mate.
not the one.
Nah.
But I suppose that time that you do get physically with them, you make the most of it. You make sure that it's good, valuable time.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like, you know, he's quite similar to me, to be fair. I call him Little Lion. I'm Big Lion, he's Little Lion.
Good looking as well then.
Hey, there you go, there you go. And yeah, he's quite similar interests.
Yeah.
Into footy, into training. He actually said to me this week that he wants to get into the gym.
Oh, nice.
I said, not about the weights, it's just about the movement.
Yes.
You know, so, you know, when they're at that age, get them to move more, get them to do more, get them to be active, but they don't need to go and work on aesthetics.
No.
You know, no big chest, no big arms. We don't want that.
That comes with time anyway, doesn't
exactly
it?
that.
Oh
Yeah.
no, I think that's a real good lesson, and I see kids in Georgian Bridge. Obviously, we're just around from the college and the school, and there's groups of kids in there, and they're trying to lift all these weights, and their mates are just helping them. I'm like, I said to a few of them before, like, what are you doing? Like,
the thing is, it comes with that a couple of things. Ego. Yeah, trying to show off in front of your mates. You know, trying to act a little bit too big for your boots.
Yeah.
Then they get a little bit of a size. Then comes a little bit of the attitude.
Yeah.
You know, and we don't want that.
No, we don't.
We don't want that. We want fit kids to become fit adults later on.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely. Yeah. The trying to turn that ego into just a good attitude, isn't it?
100%. And look at training as positive rather than a negative. And what I mean by negative is, again, going back to the ego thing. Big arms, big chest, big head.
Yeah.
You know, we don't want that.
No.
We don't want that. Back in the day, it looked cool. The Ronnie Colemans and the Dorian Yates. Yeah, we all wanted to be like that. Wrestlers, gladiators on TV. We all wanted to look like that. But when you start getting to that and testosterone production starts kicking in when you're a youngster.
Yeah.
And then that ego comes. And then you think you're hard as nails.
Yeah.
And then you get challenged.
That's when the problems come.
Then you pipe down.
Yeah.
I'm talking about my experience there.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you know what,
I'm talking about my experience there.
So I suppose leading on from that is, growing up as a kid, you did like martial arts, did karate.
Yeah.
Did you find yourself struggle with like an aggression as a kid, or?
Yeah, I had massive aggressive problems when I was a kid.
Yeah.
You know, I grew up in a single parent family with just me and my mum.
Yeah.
Only child. Dad wasn't around. Dad had mental health.
Yeah.
You know, challenges. Dad was in the army, but he came out of the army and had a big mental health path.
Okay.
So I'd often go and see Dad in and out of hospitals and stuff like that.
Oh, right.
I don't mind talking about it now. It's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
That's what shaped me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had the world on my shoulders as a kid growing up.
Yeah.
You know, the karate, the martial arts. You know, only child, so no older brothers to help me out when I got into troubles.
No.
You know, I had to kind of fight for myself. And I was a bit of a stocky lad.
Yeah. So you attracted that.
So I
attracted
that. And yeah, I wasn't the best fighter.
No.
I wasn't the best fighter, let's just say that. But, you know, life teaches you how to deal with situations and how to become better.
Yeah. Absolutely.
When you deal with situations.
Yeah.
You know, and look, you know, I'm not being big-headed, but I've got a lot of love for the city. And the city's got a lot of love for me.
Yeah.
Because it comes with earning the stripes of being a respectable person as you go along the way.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. You go with the right attitude and you attract the right people, don't you? In the right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And again, it goes back to mindset. How you carry yourself, how you think. And that's what your attraction is, you know?
Yeah.
In terms of how you network with people, how you communicate.
Yeah.
And as, you know, I've had a PT business for the last 8 years. And I've also helped people, you know, for instance, I had one guy, he came to me, he was working in the courts in Bristol. He was attacked by one of the prisoners.
Okay.
And he said, mate, he said, Ray, he said, I need help, man. I'm struggling with my confidence, with my self-esteem. I can't fight my way out of a paper bag. And you know what, mate? Helped him out. We did one-to-one pad work. We did compound movements, so barbell exercises. We did cardio work. He's been with me 2.5 years. Best shape of his life.
Yeah. And with that comes just a general confidence anyway.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
100%. And that's the thing, when it comes to my coaching, I'm not going to teach you to do 3 sets of 12 on a bicep curl.
No.
You can already do that.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure you can. That's what YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, that's what all of those videos are there for. We're going to come with the right attitude in terms of doing those exercises.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? How you connect your mind to muscle.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's what you need. I think as a PT, you need somebody who is willing to jump in and step away from that 3 sets of 10 or 3 sets of 12.
100%.
And do whatever you see in front of you. If they come in and they feel a little bit down, the workout might need you to change a little bit. And
believe you me, across the board, across the Monday to Sunday, I encounter so many situations, and I guess it goes back to my social work background.
Yeah.
Of, you know, advocacy, working with people who've got mental health, challenges that come against them.
Yeah.
We'll deal with household problems. We'll deal with kids' problems. We'll deal with a bloke may come in and say he's peed off with his missus.
Yeah.
After that session, he'll go back loving her.
Yeah,
I've had one bloke, he's gone to Tesco's, bought a bunch of flowers and said, right Ray, you've helped me out, I've gone back to my missus, happy days.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
And that proves that kind of leads on to why I'm here and chatting to you is that exercise, no matter if you're having a bad day, is whether you go for a run, gym, football, or even just chatting to a friend, like just go for a walk and do what we're doing now. It's after you've given yourself that 30 minutes for you and your time.
100%.
How much better you feel.
100%. And I always say, and I said to my missus as well, I said, babe, listen, we need our time in terms of going to the gym. If she wants to go to the gym, I've got stepchildren.
Yeah.
Now, if my missus wants to go to the gym, I'll have the kids.
Yeah.
Because I know in turn, that's going to help her out.
Absolutely.
That's going to help her mindset out.
Yeah.
That's going to help her become an even greater parent than she already is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's the same for me as well. I can't, you know, we're not robots.
No.
So therefore we can't go on autopilot all the time because we'll crash.
Yeah.
So if we don't take that time out and focus on us, you know, I'm not saying completely selfish. Don't get it twisted, okay? I'm not saying go and book yourself a holiday down to Marbella and have a week away, all right? But I'm saying a little bit of time out.
Yeah.
Half hour every other day. Fine, nothing wrong with that. No. You'll become a greater person, greater for the family, greater role model for your kids.
Yeah. and that's the thing, it's not just for you. When you give yourself 30 minutes, it's not for you, it's for your kids. Because you'll come home a better person.
Exactly that. You know, it's like going back to the dad or the mum who sits on the sofa and they can't be asked. Yeah. They don't have the energy. Yeah. The kids are barking at them. Ma, Dad, take us out. But you haven't got the energy to do that.
No.
But if you went and done that, you'd feel better in yourself. You'll feel a lot stronger in your mindset. You'll feel better as a parent.
Yeah.
The kids will be happy. And all it is 45 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes is all it is on a Saturday afternoon.
Absolutely.
And everyone's happy.
So you said earlier about your upbringing, like had a bit of like a few problems and that.
Yeah.
Is there anything that, if you've seen somebody, like, if you've seen your younger self now in front of you, is there any advice that you could give them to help them steer away from that trouble? Or
yeah, definitely. Come out of whatever circle you're in, step away, reassess, look at your plans and think, right. For instance, my kids, I say to them when they're coming of age, and when my eldest, you know, she turned 16.
Yeah.
You got to think where you're going to be in 20 years time. You know, not 2 years time. Yeah. What mates you're going to have, what you're going to look like, what pair of trainers you're going to buy. It's about, right, 5-year goal, 10-year goal, 15-year goal. Remember, I said earlier, I didn't have that dad with me. And because I didn't have that dad with me, I feel, I'm not blaming it on that, but I feel like I made a couple of mistakes that could have potentially been shaped if I had the right parenting.
Yeah. I love that. And the parent, again, from kind of what I've been doing recently, is when you see the parents come out to run clubs or come out to exercise with their kids.
Yeah.
Straight away you can just see there's such a better family connection.
100%.
And you can see, like, as the kids grow up, they'll have a lot more respect for that parent.
Of course they will.
And sometimes as a parent you might not be, like if your son's in Egypt, yeah, you can't be around as much as you want, but those conversations now that you can have on a phone through Teams, or
Oh yeah.
I'm sure you're in contact with your son.
Yeah, I mean, grateful, like, you know, our current climate with social media, well, not just social media, our current climate with smartphones.
Yeah.
I sometimes, for instance, my son will say, Dad, I'm really struggling with my maths work. I'm really struggling with my English work. Can you help me out? Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
Send me over the paper first. And then what we'll do is we'll have a FaceTime while I'm actually looking at the paper.
Yeah.
And your questions. And I still work with him.
Yeah.
In terms of doing his homework.
Love that. Love that. And just being there.
Yeah.
Oh, so I do want to talk about you again, but your fitness, your workout. What do you train for? Obviously, you obviously train. That's obvious. But why? Like, what is it you're going into?
Okay, so a big part of my life was always strength. It was always, how strong can I be?
Yeah.
You know, it was that aesthetic training. I grew up with no little confidence when I was, you know, a young lad, teenager growing up. I didn't feel good about myself. I had this, you know, body dysmorphia.
Yeah.
It's a real thing.
Yeah, definitely.
And so I trained for aesthetics. I trained to look and feel good. And then later on in my PT career, I found my love for cardio, for running, for circuit training, for now high rocks. You know?
Right, okay.
You know, so I think that's where I am now, being able to be a hybrid athlete
Yeah.
and conquer everything.
Right.
You know, when I say everything, the strength has gone down a little bit. So instead of doing 5 to 6 strength sessions a week, I've gone down to 3.
Right, okay.
You know, and I've topped up with cardio.
Yeah.
3-4 times a week.
Yeah. And with high rocks, that like cardio, there's a lot of running, isn't there? So
Yeah, 60% running,
yeah,
40% strength.
yeah. And I'm gonna dive a little bit more because
Yeah, let's go.
I started going into high rocks a little bit.
Yeah,
And because I was just training on my own, just in like a little random gym.
yeah,
And I got not bored of it, but
Right.
I didn't see like an end goal. But
right.
with the running and all the other exercises,
Yeah.
when you're training for high rocks,
Yeah.
do you just do those exercises, or do you do?
No, again, because I've got that, I'm fortunate to have that element of strength.
Yeah.
Strength is my foundation. So it's cardio where I've been working on the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Running, interval training, testing my VO2 max,
Right.
doing more training on fatigue. For instance, going on the treadmill, then getting off, doing a weighted exercise, then getting back on the treadmill.
Right. Okay.
You know, so training under fatigue, testing my body, taking my body to the next level.
Yeah.
Because that's what helps me out when I'm doing high rocks training.
Yeah.
You know, I've only just jumped on it the last 4 months. My first high rocks event was a doubles
Okay.
with my training partner.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mark Almonds. I love you, man.
I'll see if I can tag him in there. Just give him a shout out.
Good guy, good guy. And then I did a high rock solo
Right.
in March.
Okay.
What was I doing? What was I doing?
Is it so? I know obviously the doubles and the singles is the same exercises, but
Yeah,
you
yeah.
split the exercises, don't you?
That's right. So when you're doing your doubles, you split the exercises. When you're doing solos, you take it all on.
So is it much harder doing a singles than a doubles?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Because you get no rest, do you, at all?
Yeah, exactly, and you feel mentally done. You feel fatigued, but that's what I love about training.
Yeah.
I like that.
Pushing your body somewhere you're not used to.
100%. Like, I get bored when I do 3 sets of 12 bicep curls.
Yeah.
But when you're running, then you've got to go into another exercise. Then you've got to go back to running.
Yeah.
And you've got to have a question. You've got to have a word with yourself and say, mate, are you going to quit? You paid 130 quid for this event.
Yeah.
Are you going to walk out? Nah. You're going to keep going. And then you get your result by the end, you know, at the end of the race.
Yeah.
And at the moment, I'm averaging hour and 30. Great, okay, fine. It's not what I want, but it's a starting point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that allows me to be like, right, okay, that's my benchmark. I'm doing Birmingham High Rocks in October,
Okay.
and I'm aiming to beat that by 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm not playing, because like I say, my training is about mindset.
Yeah.
You give me something, I'll go ahead. I'll take it on and I'll tackle it.
Yeah. I love that. What is so what's your oh, in fact no, I'm gonna answer this question in a different way.
Okay.
So I know high rocks is 8 different exercises.
Right.
With a run. I want you
7
to,
different exercises,
it's 7 different exercises.
8 runs.
So I want you to give me your top 4 exercises.
Woo.
Oh, actually, no, fuck it. We got time. I want your best
Yeah.
to your least favourite.
Okay, that's easy, man.
And we'll include running in there as well.
Yeah. So my best, we've got the ski erg, but I think the ski erg's great. It's the first one to get, that you get out. It's the first one that you tick off. You've got everything. However, you've got to manage that.
Yeah.
Don't go in guns blazing.
Right.
Take your time. I love that. I'm great at it. I feel confident with it.
So I'll just jump in there. So when you said about take your time, in a similar way, so if you're going out for a 10k or half marathon,
Yeah.
that first kilometre, don't go out steaming.
No.
Find your pace.
Pull back.
Right.
Get your pace.
Okay.
Manage that. That'll help you out for the rest of the race. Remember, you're doing a high rocks. You're going to be going a good hour 20 to hour 30 minutes.
Yeah.
If you're new to the sport, maybe a little bit longer.
Yeah. Okay. So ski right at the top.
Yeah. So ski right at the top. Sled pull. I love it.
Yeah.
Sled pull. I love the burning that you get. I take it on board probably because of my strength background.
Yeah.
That carries me through. I feel fine. I don't really feel like it's too much of a challenge. It is when you're running in either side.
Yeah.
But I feel good with it.
Right.
And then sled pushes.
Yeah.
I love sled pushes again. Yeah. Worst exercises, burpees. Burpee broad jumps. Hate them.
So that's your worst one, is it?
Yeah. A lot of my members and clients are going to say, Ray, you're lying, because I give them burpees all the time in the classes. I love you all. It's for good measure. But yeah, wall balls and burpee broad jumps. The reason why wall balls is because it's right at the end.
So you're fucked.
Yeah, and if you're doing 100,
yeah.
oh my god, you're doing 100 wall balls. Like, mate, it's like the life is being sucked out of you.
Oh, really?
You feel done. After you do it and you get to that finishing line, the only thing that you want to do is lay on the floor.
I see everyone who crosses that finish line, they're just boom.
You're just gone.
Right. Yeah.
You're just gone. But then it's a great feeling.
Yeah.
Because you know that you've accomplished it. You know that you've done it.
Yeah.
And that's when you get into about 45 to 50 minutes into a high rocks, that's when you start having a word with yourself.
Why am I doing this?
What am I doing this? What am I doing this?
Yeah.
You know,
absolutely.
so yeah.
So with when you did the singles, did you do that at like the entry level, or was that like the pro
Opens. Yeah, I will be doing pros going into next season.
Yeah.
So my next one will be an open solo.
Yeah.
I think one after that I'll go into pros.
Yeah. And that is no kind of like dripping on the open. There is still a lot of weight that you got to
No,
push.
you're straight in. You're straight in.
Yeah.
And the thing is, obviously, a lot of it, then it becomes a more focus point on the strength.
Yeah.
You know, so it probably worked to my advantage. It may work to my disadvantage.
Yeah.
Because our focus now, my training involves a lot of cardio, a lot of running.
Yeah.
So I may lose a little bit of strength along the way.
Yeah.
So it might become even more of a challenge.
Okay, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
All right, Ed, so... Oh, I'm gonna get run over. So let's say if somebody comes to you and went, right, Ray, because of all your experience in PTing and high rocks now, we need to change up high rocks.
Right.
It's a bit sane.
Right.
Give me something that we can do to make high rocks a bit better. What do you think is missing, or what do you think you can change?
I do love a clean and jerk.
Okay.
But if you imagine doing a clean and jerk with a lunge, that'd be great.
Ooh,
So every
okay.
time you lunge,
Yeah.
you do a clean and press.
So with dumbbells,
With a barbell.
with a barbell. Oh my word.
Oh, a good 40, 50 meters. There you go.
Perfect.
That's what we're talking about.
That's nice, that's nice. See, I would be tempted to put in, so with the ski and the row,
Yeah.
is to put a time limit on it. So say you've got 5 minutes on the skier,
Yeah.
5 minutes on the rower,
Yeah.
and the distance that you go
Right.
equates to like a time penalty, or like, so if you did 500 meters,
Yeah.
and I did 1,000 meters,
Yeah.
I would gain an advantage on you in time. So
Yeah.
yeah, I just don't know.
Yeah.
Just to kind of mix up a little bit, I think a distance is good, but if you go like, actually you got to get as much in as you can,
Yeah.
I wonder if that would push you.
I think for me, we take a little bit of the run. Take a little bit of the run off
Yeah.
and then throw that in. That
Yeah.
would work.
Okay.
By doing that with the runs, the 8 runs, the 8 1Ks, plus your rock zones in between where you are still running.
Yeah.
And obviously running to your station. I mean, I was watching a YouTube video the other week. The guy was saying, you're probably close to about 9.5 K
Yeah.
throughout the whole high rocks.
Is that including like running from station to station?
Exactly.
Then, is it?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it's a lot of that.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to be 8K, isn't it?
It's supposed to be 8K.
But another K and a half.
About
just
another
from,
K and a half. Yeah, on top of that, I think, because you're running to the stations, you know, you're leaving the track, you're going into the stations, you're running back out, then you've got your rock zones.
Yeah.
100%, man.
Because I suppose that when you finish your 1K, you're not going to walk to your next station, are you?
No, because
you're
going to lose time.
Yeah.
And the whole point of doing a high rocks is to do it as quick as possible.
Yeah.
You know, so you don't want to lose time in any area.
No, not at all. I've just put the camera back on because we started talking about something that I think is important to get across. Yeah. Speaking about body dysmorphia, and a lot of times we think that comes from people who are overweight, right? Who are maybe just had a, oh, all right.
Sorry, darling. There you go.
Or who have just had a child, or come out of a relationship, or whatever it is that's getting them down. But actually, it does affect people who are in good shape.
100%. I mean, like I say, I spent a lot of years doing strength, building my body up, building my physique up, and also working on my cardio, so bringing down body fat. Now, a lot of people will say, oh, Ray, you look great. No, I don't feel that. Sometimes I don't, you know, something that I've always suffered with is not feeling as great as what people perceive me as. So I'll receive compliments all the time. Yeah. But how I perceive myself doesn't match up with what other people say. Yeah. You know? It's something I've always struggled with. Yeah. I'm not sure why, but body dysmorphia is a real thing. Yeah. You know, it's not just about those who are overweight, like you say. Those who potentially, you know, physically look different to the rest of the population. Yeah. I think we're all different. I think we're all made different, and we all struggle with that confidence in ourselves.
Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. And I mean, I went through it myself doing bodybuilding for a few years, and then kind of coming from being at less than 5% body fat to now being like who I am now. Right. I mean, I feel physically and mentally, I feel a lot better now than I did when I was like a bodybuilder. But when we look on social media, you always kind of look at somebody, oh, that's what I should look like, that's what I should look like. But even people like yourself who are PTs, who are working the gym all the time and train and do high rocks, you still feel like that as well.
100%, 100%. You know, I could train Monday to Sunday and not feel that, you know, I'm potentially making much change, but then I'll get members in the gym all the time and be like, Ray, how'd you look like you? Yeah. How'd you get to looking like that? And I'm like, what? Like what? Yeah. They're like, well, look at your chest, look at your back. And I don't often see it, you know? And yeah, that's something that a lot of people won't know that, but I don't really put it out there like that. No. But yeah, you know, I don't mind being open. You know, I genuinely have suffered with body dysmorphia for a long time, you know, so.
And I'll tell you what, I think one of the things with you, because I've noticed it with a lot of people, and again, myself as well, is you are very high energy. Yeah. See you online, I see you in person. Yeah. You're high energy. I walked into Culture just now, which is where I met Ray today, and 3 or 4 people come up to you, Ray, how's it going? And you're there, you're bouncing around, and the problem with that is, even though you probably feel like that, and you feel good, and you feel happy, when you step away from the people around you, who you need to be like that for, it kind of like drops you down a little bit and kind of goes like, oh, right, I can just chill. And
100%.
Sometimes when you're chilling, your mind just races, doesn't it? And
yeah, of course it does. You know, and you often, like, I don't always wear a vest. Put it up. I don't always wear a vest, right? I wear a baggy t-shirt or, you know, a hoodie. Yeah. Today is quite warm. Didn't really want to wear a t-shirt or a hoodie. Yeah. But yeah, like, I don't often wear, you know, tight fitted clothes. No. Because of that body dysmorphia.
Yeah, yeah. So, talking about kind of problems with body dysmorphia and kind of mental health issues. Yeah. You're an Arsenal fan.
Yes, I am.
One of the biggest mental health issues that could be. No, I'm joking.
No, it is though. This season stressed me right out.
Oh, I bet.
We didn't know whether we was going to win, whether we were going to take the Prem. You know, I follow Arsenal massively, as you probably all see from my social media. I'm always at the games, away and home. And when you're getting on the train, you go into the stadium, you're waiting to the end of the game. You don't know whether you're going to win or not. You don't know whether you're going to get those 3 points. Your missus doesn't know whether to message you or not and check in on you. And then I'll get a message when we won, and missus will say, "Well done, babe. 3 points again.
And when you lose or draw, it's like, oh no.
Oh no.
Gotta deal with that, you know.
Exactly that, you know.
No, I am glad for Arsenal that they finally kind of done it, because I like football, but I don't really support anyone. But
yeah.
I'm one of those that like to give a little bit of banter to those who are supporting a club that don't quite reach what they need. But
100%. It's taken us how long? It's taken us 22 years.
Is it that long? Is it?
22 years, mate.
I mean, within those years, a lot of them you weren't anywhere near close.
No way.
To,
you know, I remember finishing 8th. I remember going just after the end of Arsene Wenger's years.
Yeah.
Who was our previous manager.
Yeah.
Who helped us win in 2003, 2004 Invincibles.
Yeah.
I remember the end of his era, and people are leaving just after half time.
Yeah.
You know, the stands are empty.
That's crazy.
And you're there and you'll go into the games, and the morale and the vibe. And as you mentioned, I'm a high energy person. So when we win, I'm giving it the big one, man.
I love that, I love it. So, based on the fact that Arsenal have now won the Premier League,
yeah,
they missed out in the final, didn't they?
We did, but we got there.
You got there, absolutely.
And we didn't get battered.
No.
You know,
so other teams definitely would have got battered against
right.
them.
PSG's a great team, man. They're a great team.
Incredible,
so,
aren't they?
You know, you have to give it to them. And for Arsenal to be up there and score first,
yeah,
and then keep them off for around 67 minutes, and then unfortunately they got one in.
Yeah.
You know, and then go to penalties, mate. We haven't reached the final in 20 years.
That's crazy.
You know,
crazy.
So that's a result.
That is a huge achievement.
You know, we had the Arsenal parades the next day. 1.5 million people.
Yeah.
1.5 million people.
That is nuts.
You know, and it was the best party I've had in years.
Right, well, I've got one more question. We'll walk to the end
Go
now.
on.
And this is definitely going to be one of those little clips that I said that we're going to put up.
Go on.
So I want your prediction for next year for Arsenal. And like I said, guys, this is going to be clipped. It's going to be put up there. We'll save it. And this time next year, depending on the results, I'll put it back up and say, today Ray said this. Ray said that this would happen.
You want my prediction?
I want your prediction on Premier League position.
Yeah.
And let's go for Champions League as well.
I think we're capable of getting to the finals again.
Yeah. I
think we're capable of winning it. The last couple of seasons, we've gone from quarters, semis, finals. We've got to win it next year. That's just the way it's working out. It's the way it's working out. Prem, definitely. I think we're on a roll now. I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but the competition ain't that great.
Oh, you heard it here first. So I think what we got from that was we're winning the Premier League
100%,
and at least getting to the final.
100%.
I'll give you a little bit of leeway on that.
100%. Don't worry about the Carabos or the FAs. No. Man City or United could have that, but
they're nothing trophies, are they?
We'll take the Prem.
There we go. You heard it here first. Ray, thank you so much for that,
my man.
And yeah, hit Ray up or tag him into it if you want any kind of PT lifestyle coach.
Lifestyle coach. I'm a lifestyle coach more than a PT. You know, I'm a PT. I work in a gym, in and out of a gym, but behind the gym and the routine and achieving your fitness goals, it's all about that mindset. So you want that mindset coach right behind you, Ray Miller, mindset coach, Instagram, add me up. Let's get you fighting and winning. Let's go.
There we go.